I got the guys in town, and it's a little bit of pressure, you know? We got a lot riding on these shoots.
Here in sunny Key West, freezing to death today.
If I was at my house and Rush told me the plan was to fly to Key West and we're gonna fish in 10 feet of water, I'm like, nope, reload, let's do this another time.
No matter how many times I take them fishing, I always want to take them and show them good fishing. He's giving you a workout there, I can tell you that. It's nothing for me to sit back and watch my boy catch fish all day. Mutton or nothing. Until he starts talking smack about how much poundage he has in the box.
Right on cue, it's time for Rush to do something stupid. Show him who's boss, Russ. I think we used to talk about the bucket list a lot on this show. Not as much now because it's really short.
Looks like an AP.
It is.
It's an AP. There you go. All right, my friend. It's a little chilly this morning.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
But
It feels just like home in the winter.
we got a north wind, so we're gonna tuck up on the south side of the island, try and hide a little bit from the wind. It's not gonna be easy because where we're gonna be fishing is more open, where if we're fishing on the south side of the island would actually block some of the wind for us. But we're not gonna have that luxury.
Nice.
So we're gonna go pull the traps, go catch a few pinfish. I want to start the morning off just doing a little bottom fishing, getting your feet wet. I know you just got off the plane, catch a few fish, warm you up a little bit. We're supposed to have some good weather tomorrow, you know, so we got a lot of options. We could run in the Gulf. We could fish a lot more areas on the Atlantic side.
Just trying to make something happen today.
Yeah, you know, just go fishing. I got the guys in town, and it's a little bit of pressure, you know? We got a lot riding on these shoots, and we want to make quality, you know, TV, good fishing. It's not like Ollie's coming from Miami. He's coming from across the country.
If I was at my house and Rush told me the plan was to fly to Key West and we're gonna fish in 10 feet of water, I'm like, nope, reload, let's do this another time.
I still have that little chip on my shoulder where no matter how many times I take them fishing, I always want to take them and show them good fishing. If not, I gotta hear about it. Nobody wants that.
Here in sunny Key West, freezing to death today. This is very un-Florida weather. I got off the plane yesterday and it was like getting punched in the face. It is cold. It's 60 degrees, 62 degrees right now. Got a nice breeze. Let's see if we can get it done today.
As much as I hate to say it, my boy has come through in a pinch in some very shallow waters more than once, and you kind of got to trust your skipper.
Pretty good catch there, Captain. Toadfish.
You're pin fishing your ass off today, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of deep right here, too.
Try not to let them spike you. You can't just leave the dock and expect to be able to catch live bait. If I don't catch pilchards or I don't catch ballyhoo, I want to have some pinfish on the side. I want to have some cut bait on the side. I can't just say, oh, I'm definitely going to go out there and catch pilchards today. If it doesn't happen, I'm sitting there kind of looking at these people with no bait saying, here, you're gonna fish with artificials all day, sorry. But if I have a plan B, pinfish, a plan C, some goggle eyes, some bonita, I'm ready to put these people on fish no matter what the situation is.
Just a whole head.
Yeah, they love them.
Oh, yeah, that's
These
awesome.
goggle eyes are legit. They smell so bad that
They work so good.
yep. The reason I switched you to dead bait is because the water's pretty dirty. So I feel like they're gonna react more off scent right here than they are sight, right? We get on a good bite, yeah, the pinfish will stir them up, but they gotta find us first.
What are you hoping to catch on that? What are you hoping to catch on that nasty chunk of bait?
Mutton.
A mutton or something?
When we first start on a new spot, especially when you got the chum bag out and now you've got the shallow water, which is going to mean more small fish, typically, the game starts just as I would expect. We're using a piece of dead bait on the bottom, on a jig head, and we start getting pecked to death.
I got a little nibble.
Like literally a peck, right?
Yeah, it's little tiny lane snappers.
And then we're using another piece of dead bait, like a goggle eye head, and put it down, pecked to death.
Only Captain Ross can put you on a bite like this.
That is a peck. Oh, baby.
Oh, it's on now, son.
Woo! Know what that is, don't you? Lane snapper fricassee.
Rush catches a little lane snapper. Okay, now we know what the culprit is. But that pecking and that stirring up of the bottom, we all know. You give it a little bit of time, like Rush says, to build life, that gets the fish fired up.
What is it, Captain Ross? Might be the right kind.
No,
Huh?
I don't think so.
Turkey?
Maybe.
It feels,
I would appreciate it if it was.
whatever, it's pull and drag. I'll take it right now.
If I had to guess, I would say it is a sharp-nosed shark. But in this shallow water, you just don't know. You know?
Yeah.
They both fight the same. A lot of times the muttons will stay more straight up and down.
He's not
But
doing that.
I've been fooled before. And usually if they do fool you, it's a big one. Like a monster mutton. He's giving you a workout there, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
If it is a mutton, it's gonna be a big one. Should be able to see him in this.
it is
It's a mutton?
pink.
Oh my God, it's a giant mutton.
That is a big mutton.
Hold on, hold on.
Wow.
He's so green.
That's
They
one of my,
pull in that shallow water, don't they?
that is one of my all-time biggest. Oh,
Got him?
in all 10 feet of water, yeah. Wow.
Now when I tell you they pull,
Hey, you told me it was a shark.
they pull.
You talk about Key West magic. This is Key West magic. How big is that?
Let me see. 14?
I was gonna say 15. In that shot, I mean, 11 feet of water. Dude.
Come on, don't cut yourself short. It's 11.1.
11.1, 11.3, depending on which gauge you're looking at.
Yeah.
Look at the quality of that fish.
It's so funny too how one fish just changes the morale of the day. Nobody on the boat is very optimistic, but in the back of my head, I've been here before. This is nothing different. I do this on a daily basis. Gotta just put the anchor down and start fishing. One fish changes the whole day.
And just like any fisherman, man, you shake it off. Oh, there's one here, there must be more. Let's go. And then we just started to dig in.
Like a mutton.
Like a mutton.
Like a
Whoa,
mutton.
whoa, not in the chum net, buddy. Yeah, no, I didn't think this one was a shark.
A little
at all.
smaller grade, but
Dude, are you kidding me?
nonetheless,
For how many feet of water again?
big model, small model, and all models in between.
Let's hope. Bait was big as this guy was.
Is that the same thing on that head?
Same thing. A little bigger, maybe a bigger jack or
Could be a bigger jack.
brown guy maybe.
Could be. You never know.
I'll yell shark if it is.
One of the cool things and tough things about fishing shallow water is fish act different.
Giving you a little tussle, huh?
Yeah, no, it's not tiny.
The fight, it's so different than the deep water.
Those mutton snappers and those groupers, when they can see that rock that they want, it's really shallow and clear, they are just a different animal and it really makes for a challenge.
What? Huh? You got a mutton? Big old mutton. Can't get away from him now.
That's a good problem to have. Holy crap.
Barely hooked.
It's the only way I hook them, boys. I was not expecting the pink. What the heck's going on, Captain Ross?
Consolation prize, cobia fishing.
You can keep the cobias. These guys eat better.
Look how white he is.
Yeah, totally different color than those fish we were just catching.
Look at the
Ew.
scales, how iridescent they are. Isn't that pretty?
Totally different colors than the other one.
there was one of those variables, you know, that you have in a typical day of fishing that made this whole plan come together.
We had about 3 hours to catch this short little tide window where we were going to be able to anchor up on these shallow little spots, have the tide running to the south with us. It was going to lay the sea state down in half, and it was going to give us those couple hours to just be able to catch a few good fish on these tiny little spots. You hooked up?
Yep, feels like the same thing, buddy. Get them.
We need him.
When you get wind against the tide or the current, it's gonna make everything steep, choppy, nasty. Well, the opposite is true when they run the same way together. It'll kind of smooth things out and lay it out. And that's exactly what Rush was banking on today. He knew that we would have the wind lined up with the tide for just a couple hours, and that couple hours was hopefully all we would need. That looks like the right kind, huh, buddy?
No. No. But I've been wrong before.
Today, a lot. Give him the wood, big boy.
I have been wrong before. Scary thing is, if this is a mutton, you're gonna have to come handle it for me. What is a mutton? Isn't a mutton a sheep?
Yeah, mutton's an old sheep.
You don't look like an old sheep to me.
I'm an old goat.
That is a nice mutton snapper for 11 feet of water, my friend.
It's a beautiful fish. Oh, we might have another one, Rush.
Not quite as big as yours. Oh, what happened? You old sheep?
Nothing. Nothing, man. Nothing. Pulled the hook right out of his mouth.
You want me to get this one, or are you gonna come over here and handle him for me?
I think you probably ought to. I'm previously engaged. Want me to see if I can grab him?
Be
The
nice.
guys probably need some entertainment.
Remember, nice and easy. Grab him by the tail.
Are you serious?
Or in the gill, whatever you want.
Wet shirt.
You got him, look at you.
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah, bigger's easier.
Yeah.
That small one's a pain in the butt. What a freaking fish, buddy.
Look at his nose. See how he's all beat up
Yeah.
from rooting around? And
Yeah.
they're digging for shrimp and crabs and goggle eye heads.
Is that what you had them on?
Yeah.
Oh crap, they're on that goggle eye head, huh? I just missed one on goggle eye head. What a beautiful fish, man. I saw a
Good
recipe.
fishing on a windy day.
Yeah.
When you go out there and nobody's expecting to catch anything, conditions are tough. Oh, what are we doing? Let's go back and go get some lunch. No, you get out there, you get it done, and you just feel that much better about yourself when it's all said and done with. I'm fortunate enough to have this. Where I grew up, backyard is where when I was a kid, I'd be fishing this area all the time, diving it. And to be able to come here on a windy day and catch quality fish like that in my business, you just don't see that.
And a lot
in
of places you go get a shark or a junk fish or a cuda. This ain't a cuda or a shark. This is target number one.
When Ali comes down, this is his favorite thing to do. He loves bottom fishing, so I like to just do my thing and sit back and let him fish.
What is going on today, Russ?
Another mutton.
Another really nice mutton.
I've caught thousands and thousands of mutton snapper. I've caught everything Key West has to offer. Mutton or nothing. Mutton or nothing, Jesus.
I don't. Jeez, and they're not small. I mean, I had a couple small ones, but oh, still winning the jackpot. That's all that matters.
It's true, you are winning the jackpot. I don't like losing the jackpot either. It's nothing for me to sit back and watch my boy catch fish all day until he starts talking smack about how much poundage he has in the box. Well, there's one way to counter that real quick. I don't have to pull on a bunch of fish, I just have to pull on one fish.
So after I catch that big mutton, of course I may have mentioned it to Rush 1 or 7 times, rubbing it in that I was winning the jackpot, and things are going good, we're catching fish, and right on cue, it's time for Rush to do something stupid. Let's see if we can wrestle a giant grouper out of a hole in 10 feet of water with the wrong gear. That's my boy.
We were not going grouper fishing on this day in particular. There was nothing on the boat set up to stop a big grouper, let alone a big Goliath grouper. Let's see.
Typically when we're trying to catch a Goliath, we're going hard, like 20 wide, 30 wide, 50 wide on a heavy trolling rod. And that thing's not leaving the gunnel most likely because you just can't get it out once you got that fish on there. But we didn't have that gear with us because we weren't expecting to do this. And you know, Rush is always up for a challenge, so he grabs gear that's way too light, way too small, and decides to fire it down and see what happens.
Oh, he doesn't seem like he's there anymore.
Did you get bit?
He got bit hard, but not by the right one. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, that's not a good Goliath rod.
Didn't take long, got bit, got broke off. A lot of smart people would stop there. Not Rush. He's determined to get one of these things boat side. And it seems like when you get that in your head, that's usually when you get bit in the ass.
Come on, come on.
Look at how he stands back like a bitch. I would too.
Is that a shark? Come on, get back in there.
Show him who's boss, Russ.
Got him just where I want him, buddy. Just where I want him. Come on.
If I was wondering who's winning, who would you say at this point?
Me? I'm always winning.
All I do is win, win, win.
Come on, get off the bottom.
You got him?
I mean, I'm only in 30 foot of water.
All you do is win, win, win. No matter what.
I'm losing.
I got Goliath on my mind and I ain't giving up. Yeah, you're losing right now, buddy. I like the power posture there. Wind down, wind down, wind down. Pull on him, pull on him. I'm trying to use my cursing, buddy. You're my worst charter client.
You're next.
You can't make me do that.
That was a big one.
Big old king size.
You tell me.
What do you want me to do?
There.
I'm gonna go back over here.
Woo, my back. Oh.
What do you want me to do with that thing?
Lip him.
Lip him, good call.
Oh, my back. Oh, man.
Steer him around. You just hand in the gill or what?
Yeah, hand right in the gill.
No, I'm serious. What do you want me to do with
Yeah, hand in the gill. Get a handle.
Easy to say. Holy shit. What did you catch, Rush?
Oof. Last week or today? Whew. I wasn't gonna let you win the pot.
Yeah, you got the pot, no arguments. I can't even get a hand in the stick. How big do you think that is?
350?
Well, that worked out.
Oh, what happened?
Bit off right at the bow. That was a large fish, dude.
I tell you, every bit of 350.
Yeah, he was like, I was thinking he was high twos. That's a big fish.
Oh, man.
That was a big model.
I felt like I was gonna cry. I was hoping for a 60-pounder.
That was 60 times like 5. Well, Captain Ross, let's have a good day on the water.
It's gonna be a marvelous day on the water. The wind is down about 20 miles an hour from yesterday.
So it's only 40, that's good.
So it's about 10 degrees warmer at least.
Oh God, that's a lot warmer.
All right, hold on there, boys. This second day here with Ali, we had a great day of fishing the day before. I mean, we had pretty much everything we needed. Conditions were definitely against us, but we made it happen. We caught tons of fish, and we had a better weather window the next day. I still had all these goggle eyes in the pen. I still had all these pinfish and stuff. And with that weather, I felt like it was a good time to just target some fish that Ali hadn't caught yet.
I think we used to talk about the bucket list a lot on this show. Not as much now because it's really short. Now on my list, there's just really 2 things left. And believe me, I constantly remind Rush of these 2. Hey, you think there's any chance we can catch a Pompano here? African Pompano. That other fish that I really want is that black grouper. And actually the spot we were going to the other day, Rush like, hey, we've caught black grouper in here really well. Gets me fired up, puts me more in the game.
Why not on a nice weather day, just stay nice and close to home and try and pick a few of these off. First thing right off the get, I wanted to drop on a couple little wrecks that I knew about just south of Key West.
So Rush like, you know what? I'm seeing a lot of bait down there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the anchor down and let's see what happens.
What I like about anchoring down is I'm able to fish a couple baits on the surface, and I'm also able to fish a rod on the bottom and another rod mid-water. Now I could settle in on this wreck, everything calms down, I could set that bait on the bottom, it can sit there.
Rush was like, hey man, if you want, go ahead and drop to the bottom here. You can catch just about anything, and don't have to ask me twice, especially when it comes to bottom fishing. I grabbed that deep mutton rig that he had abused the day before and sent it down, and really within minutes I started getting bites reliably.
What you got going on there, pal?
I'm not sure, but it's big and angry.
Big and angry.
It's coming up.
He's a fish.
Doesn't feel groupery.
She's a fish.
It's right here, Rush.
Got him up.
Got the leader on. Barely
Acting kind of jackish.
Look down there, kind of looks like a jack.
Kind of looking like a jack. They do still exist. Oh, looks like an AP.
It is.
It's an AP.
Yeah, it's like patches.
No way, dude.
That's your AP, buddy. Nice one, too.
Belly gaff him?
Yep, perfect. There you go. And that's a nice one.
So stoked! Dude!
That's a good one there.
How many times have I talked to you about getting one of these?
Man, I love when a plan comes together. Just a little persistence. That's all it takes.
Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to get my hands on this guy for a long time.
Well, you got your hands on him, buddy. Well, now I don't got to listen to that anymore. Never put me on an AP.
You don't have to hear me anymore, but now I gotta hear you. Remember that AP?
I mean, a black grouper here and I'm done. I
You
quit.
retire.
That's a good one too.
They don't weigh a whole lot for how big they are.
Well, look how skinny they are.
Yeah.
So just imagine how big like a 45-pounder is.
Oh, it's gotta be giant, right?
Oh yeah.
So sick, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like whenever I come to the Keys, we're always battling the weather. You know, we schedule these shoots out months in advance, but we are a lot of times bound by those dates, and we've got to come and get something done.
What it really boils down to is you just never know till you go. I mean, look at the first day. We get out there, everything's fighting us. Wind, cold, tide, everything's against us. But you get out there and you just have a great day of bottom fishing in this super shallow water and impress yourself even.
This trip started as bleak as it could be. Looked like we were gonna have to scratch day 1, surprise. Day 2, had a boatload of options, you know, really thought we would make a big hit. We didn't get the quantity that we normally do, but we got the quality and I got my bucket list fish.
Well, that makes it all worth it right there. That's why we do this. That's why we play this game. And that's what fishing's all about, especially Key West fishing.
The lesson in all this is the guys that grind it out are the guys that win. You keep your head in the game, you pay attention, something good's gonna happen, and that's exactly what happened on this trip. But in the end, I'm over the moon, had an awesome trip, and I'm headed back to San Diego with a bucket list fish.